Imam Hasan alayhis salam, the beloved grandson of the Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him, is one of the most honored figures in Islamic history. His life is a lantern of wisdom, his patience is a model for humanity, his generosity is unmatched, and his martyrdom is a lesson that continues to guide hearts today. To speak of Imam Hasan is to speak of purity, faith and sacrifice. His story is not just history, it is a living guide for anyone who seeks truth and justice. He was born in Medina in the holy household of the Prophet. His father was Imam Ali alayhis salam, the commander of the faithful, the Lion of Allah. His mother was Lady Fatima al-Zahra, the daughter of the Prophet Muhammad peace be upon him. He was nurtured in a house where the Quran was revealed, a house where the angels descended, and a house that was filled with the fragrance of revelation. From his earliest years Imam Hasan was immersed in the teachings of Islam. He sat in the lap of the Prophet who loved him deeply. He heard the words of guidance directly from the messenger who declared him and his brother Imam Hussein to be the masters of the youth of paradise. As a child Imam Hasan absorbed the values of kindness, mercy and courage. He was gentle in speech yet firm in principle. He learned from his grandfather the love of Allah and the service of people. He witnessed the battles of Islam and saw how truth struggled against falsehood. He saw the sacrifices made by his father and mother in the path of Allah. These early experiences shaped his noble personality and prepared him for the heavy responsibilities that awaited him. Imam Hasan alayhis salam grew up known for his generosity. His hands were always open for the poor. He would feed the hungry, clothe the needy and protect the weak. He gave without hesitation and forgave without anger. He was called Kareem, the generous, because his giving knew no limits. Many times he gave away all his possessions for the sake of Allah. He lived a life of humility and contentment. His heart was not attached to wealth. His joy was in serving others. When the Prophet peace be upon him passed away, Imam Hasan witnessed the trials that shook the Muslim community. He remained patient alongside his father Imam Ali alayhis salam. As division and politics spread among the people, he stood with truth even when it was lonely. He endured the pain of seeing many turn away from the teachings of the Prophet, but his faith never wavered, his patience never broke, his trust in Allah never failed. After the martyrdom of his father Imam Ali alayhis salam, the responsibility of leading the Muslims fell upon Imam Hasan. He became the caliph at a time of great turmoil. The people were divided, hypocrisy had spread, loyalty was weak and enemies were strong. Imam Hasan wanted to restore peace and justice, but he faced betrayal from within his own ranks. Many of his followers abandoned him while others plotted against him. Yet even in this time of darkness Imam Hasan showed patience and wisdom. He never allowed his soul to be consumed by hatred. He remained committed to the path of truth. His greatest trial came in his struggle with Muawiya, who desired power and control over the Muslim Ummah. Imam Hasan fought against him, but he soon realized that his own people lacked loyalty. They were not ready for war, and more bloodshed would only harm Islam. So Imam Hasan made a historic decision. He signed a peace treaty with Muawiya to protect the lives of Muslims. Some misunderstood this as weakness, but in reality it was the highest form of strength and foresight. Imam Hasan knew that his sacrifice would expose the corruption of Muawiya and preserve the faith from being lost in endless battles. His treaty was not surrender, it was strategy, it was mercy, it was a shield for the believers. Muawiya, however, broke the treaty and filled the land with injustice. He cursed Imam Ali from the pulpits. He oppressed the people. He spread falsehood, but the patience of Imam Hasan revealed the truth. His silence was louder than words. His restraint was stronger than swords. His dignity was greater than crowns. He taught that leadership is not about power, it is about principle, not about ruling bodies but about guiding souls. The enemies of Imam Hasan feared him. They feared his noble lineage as the grandson of the Prophet. They feared his character because his very presence reminded people of the truth. They knew that as long as he lived their corruption would be exposed, and so they conspired to kill him through treachery and betrayal. Poison was given to him. The pain of the poison burned through his body, yet his heart remained with Allah. His lips were filled with dhikr, his eyes with light, his soul with peace. In his final moments Imam Hasan showed the same patience that had marked his entire life. He did not curse those who betrayed him. He did not lose hope in Allah. He forgave even in the face of death. He entrusted his soul to his Creator. His martyrdom was not just the loss of a man, it was the silencing of a beacon of truth. It was the departure of the generous one of Medina, the patient one of Islam, the beloved grandson of the Prophet. The lessons of his martyrdom are eternal. He teaches us that patience is strength, that forgiveness is victory, that sacrifice for the sake of Allah is greater than worldly gain. He shows us that truth does not always win through the sword. Sometimes it wins through restraint. He shows us that dignity is not in power but in principle. He shows us that the true believer never abandons justice even when surrounded by betrayal. Let us reflect on his character deeper. Imam Hasan would often walk among the poor, sit with them, eat with them and treat them as equals. He showed the world that leadership is service, not arrogance. Once a man insulted him with harsh words. Imam Hasan listened calmly, then invited the man to his home, treated him with kindness and gave him gifts. The man was so moved that he declared Imam Hasan to be the most noble of men. Such was the way of the grandson of the Prophet, conquering hearts with mercy, not with force. He also taught lessons of family life. He showed respect to elders and love to children. He supported widows, cared for orphans and honored his companions. His life was full of moments where his generosity healed hearts and his forgiveness ended conflicts. He never turned away a beggar. He never rejected a guest. He never humiliated an enemy. His character was a mirror of the Prophet's mercy. The betrayal that led to his martyrdom is also a reminder to us that sometimes those closest may betray us for worldly gain, that loyalty is rare and trust can be broken, but Imam Hasan teaches us not to let betrayal harden our hearts, not to let pain make us unjust, not to let loss make us forget Allah. His patience in betrayal is one of the greatest lessons of his life. In our own times the story of Imam Hasan remains alive. When we face injustice, his life reminds us to hold firmly to faith. When we face betrayal, his patience guides us. When we are given power, his humility teaches us. When we are wronged, his forgiveness inspires us. When we are tested, his endurance strengthens us. Imagine a world where people lived like Imam Hasan, a world where leaders put people above power, a world where communities forgave instead of fought, a world where generosity was natural and patience was common. That world would reflect the light of the Prophet's household. That world would be filled with justice, peace and compassion. The martyrdom of Imam Hasan also prepared the ground for the sacrifice of his brother Imam Hussein in Karbala. Hasan showed patience with betrayal. Hussein showed defiance against tyranny. Together their sacrifices are one story, one message, one eternal struggle for the truth. The blood of Imam Hasan watered the tree that bloomed in Karbala. The patience of Hasan gave strength to the stand of Hussein. Their lives are inseparable, their legacies are eternal. As we remember Imam Hasan alayhis salam today, we must ask ourselves, what do we learn from his patience? What do we learn from his generosity? What do we learn from his forgiveness? Do we practice patience when we are wrong? Do we forgive those who hurt us? Do we give when we have little? Do we place truth above comfort? These are the questions his martyrdom leaves for us. His story is not just to be recited in gatherings, it is to be lived in our actions. His sacrifice is not just history, it is a call to the soul. His patience is not just to be admired, it is to be practiced. His generosity is not just to be praised, it is to be followed. His forgiveness is not just to be remembered, it is to be embraced. Imam Hasan alayhis salam left this world poisoned and in pain, but he left a legacy brighter than the sun. His life continues to inspire every seeker of truth, every lover of justice, every believer who values faith over power. His story is written not only in books but in the hearts of millions. His light continues to shine across generations. We end with a prayer: O Allah, make us among those who follow the path of Imam Hasan in patience, in generosity, in forgiveness and in faith. O Allah, grant us the strength to live by his example, to face betrayal with dignity, to meet hardship with trust in you. O Allah, bless the soul of Imam Hasan alayhis salam and join us with him, his family and his grandfather in the gardens of paradise where eternal peace and light shine forever.